everyone, Jason from MisprintedMTG.com, and welcome to the 4th episode of Misprinted Mailbrag, where I open up mail containing misprints on camera for you. We talk about them, it'll be a little bit educational, it'll be fun, you see some cool stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do here on YouTube, I guess. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who participated in my charity auction that I had on the Misprints and Rarities Facebook group. We raised over frickin' $1,500 for the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund Alliance. So all that money has been donated and is in great hands. So thank you again. I'm just truly blown away by everyone who both bid and contributed cards to the auction. So without further ado, let's open up some mail. We got here an envelope in the Kevin Gardner style, because that's who it's from. That man is a machine when it comes to selling misprints, and we got some cool stuff here. So let me clear out some space, get rid of that stuff, and let's see what we got. Our first card here is a miscut, but it's cooler, a little bit cooler than your normal miscut. This card is miscut horizontally, but it's on one of the Aftermath cards from Amonkhet. So we get this wonderful effect of having 3 cards on one card, which I think is really freaking cool. So yeah, got this artifact on the left side, and we got a black card and a white card. Kind of neat, black plus white make gray. And then we've got this blood tribute here. This thing is also pretty simple misprint, but cool nonetheless. This is a misprint with 1 square corner. Now when it comes to misprints with 1 square corner, I've always been really fascinated by them because of the way the corner cutting die on Magic cards work. Usually all 4 corners are cut simultaneously. Picture you have this big stack of cards that just gets pushed through this corner cutting die. So in order for one card, like one corner, and only one corner, to be square, means that the card has to be like cocked at like this weird angle when it goes through that corner cutting die. And it's rare, it's difficult, and it usually doesn't happen. So got a blood tribute with 1 square corner. Let's keep going. See what we got here. This is a purchase I got recently from eBay. Great place to buy misprints. The market on eBay has actually been getting pretty competitive recently. A lot of people have noticed that it's a great place to pick up some good misprints. Star City Games has been dumping misprints en masse on eBay. So keep an eye out for their auction. Alright, sweet. This is a pretty cool card. This is a known cycle of misprints that has happened in a couple of sets, and see if I can ever get it out of here. There we go. This is what's known as a shifted foil. Now, it's very easy to confuse shifted with miscut. This is not the same thing. When misprint collectors use that term, I am not able to get this out of here. Come on. So this is one of those instances where taping over the entire top of the top loader is kind of detrimental to getting the card out of here. Come on. I think what's happening, are we actually, card might be taped in to this? What is going on? Please come out. Alright, we're going to need to do some destructive surgery here. This top loader is done for, because I am freeing my cardboard, and I do not want to damage it. So let's bump the mic. Hopefully you guys didn't get any too bad noise. So what happened was the tape on the top stuck to my sleeve, and I'm actually still kind of stuck in here. I'm not really thrilled with this packing job. May have been my error when I opened it, but I have freed the card. So now I can show you the misprint. Sorry about that, folks. We actually have a shifted foil. Now, the bigger version that I throw up on the screen, you'll actually see that the text is shifted downwards, and there's this weird black bar that happens at the top. Shifted foils can happen vertically or horizontally. They happen in Mercadian masks, and I feel like there's one more set, but I'm really bad with identifying set symbols from that era. And they're really cool. They generally run somewhere in the range of like 50 to 90 bucks, depending on what the card is on. But that goes way up because if you know anything about Mercadian Masks, there's actually some really cool cards at this rarity. So the Brainstorm on the sheet, for example, goes for buku bucks. Really cool card. I got a whole bunch of them. Check them out on misprintedmtg.com. Shameless website plug. More mail. Let's go ahead and get on in this. Now this misprint is actually a known, and I don't want to say it's common, but it's definitely recurring on a lot of the promos. This is a shipping invoice, but we have a misprinted island. Now, if you take a close look at this island, it might actually be difficult to see what the misprint is up front. It's because, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a normal island. However, this is a promo island. It's an arena promo, and promos are supposed to usually say that there are promos on it. So this one is missing the stamp, or the little insignia right here, indicating that it is an arena promo island. So that's pretty much it. It happened to a whole bunch of them. They're available on the internet. You can get them for, I don't know, something like 30 bucks, 20 to 30 bucks. And they're neat. One of those checklist items on there that's kind of always been bugging me to not have. Alright, now I've got this. I have no idea what this is. It just came in the mail one day. Could have been one of those things that got lost in the mail, so should be fun to see what we open here. Huh. Alright, I know exactly what this is. And you guys may have been able to catch it really quick when I flip the card over. So, what we have here is a card that on the front is a normal giant crab, and on the back is a normal magic card, except we are not correct as far as our orientation. So, normal front, upside down back, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's normal back with upside down front. There's no way for us to tell, but it's a cool misprint. These generally run, these happen in a few sets, they're all known. Tempest is one of them. That other set with the gears that I can never remember is another one. Happens on foil sheets, non-foil sheets. It happened on foil Mercadian masks. They can vary in price. Junk commons like this one, typically like 20 to 40 bucks. Alright, now there's this. I know some of the contents of this. Bradley likes to keep me on my toes when he sends me things. And this one is a doozy. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and dive right in and see what we've got. Oh my god, Bradley. Here's a giant stack of cards. So, where do we get started? Here's a Toolcraft exemplar missing the stamp. Here is some type of promo dragon that I do not know what exactly is wrong with it other than it being a rare promo. Here is a dark foil island. That's really sweet. Totally dig it. With damage on the back. Here's a dragon token. It might just be a normal dragon token. At the moment, I think it is. Same thing with our core ally. Eldrazi Sila. Okay. I hate it when I can't tell if it's a misprint or not. Boom. Look at this. Alright, so you may see this and say, hey Jason, yeah, I know, you can do this to magic cards that are foil with a little bit of acetone. Well, this one's got a white back. So foil front and white backs. Now, these are actually a known test print, or rather an unknown test print, as in we have no idea when they're from or what they were actually testing. Our theory is that they fall in line with some known foil star test prints when they were trying to figure out the foiling on the cards for the foil stars. So these are beautiful, they are rare, they are undocumented as far as websites like the librarities are concerned, and they are really sweet. One is mine, one is for someone else that I actually have to send out, but yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Now, speaking of awesome stuff, this is a card that has been on the dream wants part of my wish list for a very long time, and I am super excited to finally have one. So, without further ado, isn't that sick? Look at this. In case you didn't know, it's a test print. Just in case that wasn't clear, I know it may not be the easiest to identify up front, but this is a test print. These are very, very rare. They are certainly not cheap, and it has been something I've been hunting for a very long time. So this is an amazing addition to my collection. So huge thanks to Bradley. But it doesn't stop there. This is going to be a fun, fun episode. So I'm going to assume that this is a giant pile of tokens. Oh boy, it is. Got oozes for days. And a couple centaurs. But let's get to something exciting besides tokens. Look at these. Aren't these beautiful? And you're like, Jason, I know what these are. These are non-factory cut cards. And then I'd say, oh no, you are mistaken. These are most certainly factory cut cards. And the reason that I know that is because the back is not in the same orientation as the front. That's not something that you can replicate outside the factory without, really expensive counterfeiting operation. So what this is a scrap sheet. They were testing something, they saw the sheet was messed up, the fronts didn't line up with the back, so they took it and they cut it in all sorts of weird ways at the factory, and that's how we have this absolutely beautiful set of connectors. There are really not too many of these that made it out into the public. Again, our fronts do not line up with our backs. And it's probably one of the most hard to find examples of a legitimate card, quote unquote legitimate from the factory, that shows 6 cards on it. That is nuts. And sheet edge, I guess. So six backs and a sheet edge. These are insane. They are beautiful. I never even considered these to exist or anything like them. But now they're part of my collection and they're awesome. So yeah, great haul today. This is all beautiful stuff. Huge thanks to everyone who I've done business with and who sent me these cards and who's into this hobby. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comments, shoot me an email through my website, misprintedltd.com, and thanks for watching.